Ah, ma arrivo. Madonna. Mm. Ragazzi, allora, ma allora, ehm, ma arrivo, promesso. Ehm, allora, tra poco ci sarà la presentazione del team di Pramac, Yamaha Honda, quindi mi raccomando, non mancate, ma arrivo subito.
Aprilia interesting 2026 season. Aprilia is growing a lot. KTM with Acosta. Every time it's closer and closer, they did a massive step. STI here. Yamaha is standing a bit more, but it's Yamaha.
Fabio Quartararo, you absolute superstar.
From Alex, you can expect everything. Finishing. Are enough to reset everything.
Surely now we can say, Bagnaia is back. He made it look so easy.
The goal for next year, fight for the championship. Must be the goal, and there will be the pressure in my shoulder.
Pretty much back for 2026. The shackles of winter are now behind us, and we start looking forward to the start of another titanic season, and it's just a few weeks away. The last weekend of February in Thailand is exactly when we go green. You're joining myself, Kiko Giles. Before all of that, of course, we do have all of the team launches and indeed the official championship launch itself. Last year it was in Brazil this season. That's round 2 on our 2020 teams calendar, coming up for what is a jam-packed pre-season. The way today, in just a few moments' time, really, with Pramac. Then it's on to VR46 tomorrow and Aprilia on Thursday. I'm here for all of them. Then it is Ducati up in Madonna di Campillo, Yamaha, Trackhouse from Milan, the Red Bull KTM teams, both the factory team and Tech 3 on the 27th of January. The last day of the month is Gresini. Then we're into testing. We'll have LCR Honda and, of course, the factory Honda later on in the whole calendar in terms of the team's presentation. That's the 2nd of February. But today, it is Pramac's day. Exciting lineup. It is Jack. Then alongside him, it is going to be absolutely brilliant. Breathtaking. It's what us fans have wanted for so long. It is Top Brek Razgatlioglu who makes his move over. Don't forget, you can get your questions sent in. Tep 38. Let's go indeed. Just that little bit too long. First time watching MotoGP, the 1XB. Welcome. Great to have you with us. Start of what is going to jam-pack season. Get that. Who is that going to? Gatlioglu is one of 2 rookies. Yamaha with the Prima juices. We have Hogging Brack, Scullamos. Was that 8? It's because celebration back in 2024. we're talking about a rider who, let's be honest, World Superbike is going to be a poorer place without him. It was just becoming, I won't say easy, but he'd achieved everything that was going for him there. He'd taken BMW to that first world title. He backed it up the following year, which is last year. In those 2 seasons at BMW, he set the record quite literally straight for the amount of consecutive wins. 13 in a row in 2024. Hard braking style is going to be able to work. I suppose only time will tell. But from Prima Pramac's launch in Siena, let's get to Siena.
Welcome back. We're just parked outside now. The Kijana Musical Academy, and this is where the presentation it is. It's an
Unbelievable amounts of special leathers from Prima Pramac, Ducati, Yamaha, Honda throughout their history. We're talking, remember back to when Andrea Iannone, Johnny Every, Mugello from 2019. Can't wait for the season to start. I wholeheartedly agree. Don't get me wrong, after doing 22 rounds last year, I was quite welcoming of winter, but I can't wait to get going again in Thailand for the start of all the regs change.
great to make a connection with you guys again. I think we just lost a little bit in the tunnel, but there are a couple more here. There was one I wanted to point out just over my right-hand shoulder here, of course, is Jorge Martin's 2024 Catalan GP. Like you're talking over there, there were some absolutely stunning leathers here on show. We have a few of Jack Miller's, Oliveira's, we have Scott Redding leather down there as well. So lots of history here. We need to wait.
Enthused to see what Top Rack and of course Jack Miller can do. We said we'd come on to Jack Miller. Best result on then moved on to Ducati, then moved on to KTM, and now finds himself spearheading the development, you've got to say, for the V4 Yamaha. He's the only rider there who will have previous experience of a V4. Fabio Quartararo, of course, never has. Alex Rins briefly at Honda, but in terms of sustained valuable experience, Jack Miller is the way through in 2026. I hope Yamaha shared right across the test team. And all, of course, the technical staff within the company. Watching MotoGP with my dad is yeah, I can't think of a better way for 22 weeks. First little teaser of what we Pramac. I tell you what, if there was one job in the MotoGP paddock, I'd quite fancy this year if I wasn't already there. It'd be to be in charge of the content creation and the press stuff of Jack Miller and Top Rack Residency. Well, heck up, but it's going to be a fun one. You just know it's going to be tuning on Top Rack and Jack. That's the Argentinian flag. So bienvenidos, enjoy the first team launch of MotoGP in 2026. Shame not to be owned to Argentina this year. We'll be back in 2027, though. Top Rack and Miller, it's the best. I've got to say, it's definitely one of the funniest lineups in terms of humor on the MotoGP grid. I really pans out. Vamos Top Rack, king of stoppies. Yeah, I agree there as well. We've only had one, though, so far. I'm sure we're going to get a few more. Note that the 54 is gone. That is in the hands of Fermin Aldeguer. The 07 is what Top Rack is going to be riding with in 2026. So just keep an eye on that. Welcome to all MotoGP new fans. You're welcome. It's the most exciting sport on planet. Don't actually believe me. I can't agree with you more. It really is the most exciting sport on earth. From TV or from trackside, it is phenomenal. All Top Rack Razgatlioglu, we are going to see him in MotoGP leathers, full leathers. It's not so with the Turkish flag sprawled right across. We are going to be very close to seeing what he looks like in official Prima Pramac colours. These are shots from the test at the end of 2025 on a very cold and slightly damp Ricardo Tormo circuit. And Top Rack getting rolled out on that V4 Yamaha. Oh, it's going to be so exciting to see how he goes. Of course, he wasn't pushing probably to the absolute limit, but he was definitely still finding his feet. Yamaha stayed on for a couple of days after this test, and from what I heard, it seemed like Top Rack was quite quick in them. So perhaps what we're showing you now, because they carried on in a private test, not the official end of year test, perhaps what you're seeing now could well be already very, very outdated. Can't wait to get to Sepang to see how Top Rack goes there. By my reckoning, Top Rack's never been to Sepang, so it's going to be an all-new track for him to learn. Hoping for the best for both Toprak. Oh, we didn't quite get the end of that, but I presume the rest of it said Jack Miller for 2026. Right back there. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see more Toprak actions. Here's one of them. This is from the test. I thought we were going to get the stoppie. Never mind. Showed who I am. Unfortunate stuff there. I think it is going to be played very, very soon. Can't wait to see what we get. These are back live shots now. We're over in Siena. Of course, Chris was telling us earlier about that historic horse race, and I'm so glad. I do appreciate a good pun. So glad he mentioned a transition from horses to horsepower and what we're about to see here in Siena coming up in a few moments' time. Jack Miller there, as you can see, just chatting away. That's his helmet there. Toprak sat down just a little bit more behind on the right-hand side in the middle of the shot, I suppose you could say, in comparison to where the team coordinator Roman Lopez is. But look, if you can't tell already, I suppose we're in for what is a very lovely but similar livery. I quite like how it's faded. We can already see the leathers there. But I just can't wait to go green. I have been in the World Superbike paddock for a good number of years. I know Toprak relatively well, and I know that this is what so many fans wanted in Superbike and in MotoGP. They want to see the best in the world on MotoGP machinery. Toprak's up there, and I know Toprak had to get it over the line in 2024 in terms of the title in Superbikes with two different manufacturers. He got it again last year. He's coming to MotoGP as a three-time world Superbike champion. They don't give titles away over there. Turkish fans will watch MotoGP very excitedly this year. That is absolutely for sure true. It's been a long time since Turkey's had a lot of success in MotoGP. They've had some wins, I suppose you could say. Can Onju back in the day. Deniz Onju last year taking victory in the closest Moto2 finish of all time, but yet to kind of get to that premier class, to that MotoGP level. Toprak's coming in. We are going to have a lot of fun and games and a lot of success. Let's see how the Yamaha performs out. It's all okay, me saying good things about Toprak. Yamaha, perhaps the manufacturer that it seemed to have made the biggest step in winter testing last year. Standing rides, but they did just lack that that cherry on top of the cake. And towards the end of the year, it looked like it was getting more difficult each time. So obviously that was back with the inline four. That's the big change this year is a V4. You get money. So let's see whether or not there'll be any Turkish delights, I suppose. Let's see. Well, it's Jack as well. We're going to get a lot of stoppie contests between the two of them this year, but I wasn't anticipating looking into this set, trying to make your eyes meet in the center. But, you know, who knows? I think they are getting ready now to head out. Comments coming in. Of course, it's not just about now. It's not just about Prima Pramac. We are back tomorrow. VR46, and indeed on Thursday. I can join myself for all of them. That's Aprilia on Thursday. So we are literally back. MotoGP is so we are so back. We are so back in terms of excitement. We are even faster, even more forward, and for sure the riders are even more fearless. And it was a comment that came in earlier. It is a comment that I share a big sentiment with. What are they looking at? I hope they're watching the stream. I hope they're enjoying it, Toprak and Jack. It would be brilliant if they could get on stage, because I'm sure we'd rather see the bikes than you listen to me waffle on for much longer. But there seems to be maybe a small delay down there in Siena in Italy. Drop your comments in. What are Toprak and Jack looking at? What a season it is going to be, though. I am very, very Team Stoppy Bros. Indeed, that is what that team is going to be in 2026. And as I said, if there was one job you'd want in a paddock, it'd be working with these two this year, wouldn't it? It's going to be a barrel of laughs and a half. And the best thing about being part of the commentary team is that we see all of the I can tell you over there in Siena in Italy. But no problem. We've got until the end of February, if need be. We are not guys down there in Kenya. Not a country we visit, unfortunately, on the MotoGP calendar, but certainly a country I wouldn't mind spending a nice little holiday down there. But please do let us know where you're from. Let's see how many countries we can get in terms of viewership here in MotoGP for these team launches. We are a little bit behind schedule. If you are just joining us, these are some highlights from back at the Valencia test at the end of the season. Jack Miller just heading out on that number 43 Pramac Racing Yamaha. Pramac, very different 25 to how 2024 went. They came in, they took the title.
Ok. E tra pochissimi minuti ci sarà la presentazione prima Pramac Yamaha 2026 con i piloti Toprak Razgatlioglu dopo aver vinto la Superbike della scorsa stagione. Adesso nuova competizione per lui, ovvero dalla Superbike andrà in MotoGP a partire da questa stagione con Jake Miller di Squawky. Tra pochi istanti inizierà la presentazione. Poi vi ricordo che il 15 gennaio, quindi tra 2 giorni, riguarda la Red Bull con anche il V-Carb per la Formula 1. E quindi mi raccomando, restate aggiornati, quindi iscrizione al mio canale YouTube, che lo metto anche in impressione. Iscrivetevi al mio canale, il mio profilo Instagram Davide03305. Mi raccomando, ci tengo assolutamente tanto. Attendiamo che l'evento cominci. Allora, vediamo un po'. Sperando che il mio PC non mi si blocchi come fa sempre. Intanto rimetterò l'audio. Stasera c'è anche la Kings League World Cup con la nostra nazionale impegnata a partire dalle 23 ora italiane contro il Brasile, contro la squadra campioni in carica. E per la nostra nazionale sarà un avversario, sarà una sfida molto e dunque vediamo cosa succederà. Allora, adesso direi che stanno cominciando, quindi andiamo.
And he is Zoran Flecet.
And it's a real pleasure to be here tonight.
Venue and to those following us from all around the world live broadcast.
First of all, we want to thank you to the talented students of Accademia Pigiana. Please an applause once again.
Applauso.
For the wonderful classical concert that opened our evening and for the Accademia hosting us tonight.
It was an amazing start. And just a few minutes ago, we look back at a very special journey, the first 25 years of Pramac racing, determination, and an unwavering commitment to racing.
And those images remind us how far this team has come from its early steps in the paddock, far away 25 years ago, to becoming a constant presence at the highest level of motorcycle racing.
And nights past. It's equally about the present and, of course, the future.
And we are here this present to introduce the Prima Pramac Racing and Blue Crew Yamaha team presentation as we unveil the bikes and introduce the racing program for the upcoming 2026 season.
A season that also results the continuation of an ambitious and with Yamaha, now entering its.
And with new challenges ahead, new riders to welcome, and a landmark anniversary to celebrate tonight.
Zoran, if you are ready to officially open this evening and to share his vision for the season ahead. It's now our great pleasure to invite on the stage the man who has led Pramac Racing through this incredible 25 years journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the team principal of Pramac Racing, Paolo Campinotti. Paolo.
È entrato il team principal del team.
Once again, thank you for joining us on the stage. This season is clearly meaningful one for Pramac Racing, right?
That means 25 years of MotoGP World Championship, and it's not something that happens by chance. So let's talk a little bit about what this moment represents.
Since yesterday that we start, and so 25 years, proud to be here still after 25 years with a new project that we are, let's say, embraced last year with Yamaha. So I think that it's a very important this chapter of our team.
2026 marks 25th year of Pramac Racing competing in MotoGP. When you look back in this journey, what does the milestone for you and for the team?
I think it's been during the journey, we didn't really think what is going to happen next. We have always tried to do our best every year, and step by step we have improved. We have improved the performance of the team, we have improved the team member, we have improved everything, and so now I think I'm very proud to say that we are one of the best team in the grid.
And 25 years are a really long span of time and a lot of experience. You gain a lot of experience as a team in those quarter century, let's say. And how this history and this experience is influencing the beginning of a new chapter, new season.
I think now, I mean, for sure, we are much more experienced. We know much better what we are going to do, and I think we are very committed to the new project with Yamaha. I think Yamaha and us, we are very keen on make the Yamaha performance back again as it should be. Really dedicated to this mission.
As mentioned, this is also your second year in an ambitious partnership with Yamaha. What is the mindset of the team as you enter this next phase of the project?
When we started the project with Yamaha, I think Yamaha has the same ambition than us to bring the Yamaha at the top of the grid again. So I mean, we are only be part of this journey. There is a very fantastic team of people. They are really motivated to do that. So I think it's just a matter of soon we will see the result.
And Paolo, on the sporting side, the 2026 also brings us important developments, and you're welcome with a new rider on the team, and you're also continuing with some familiar faces.
For sure, there is Jack. Jack, it's for us. It's part of the family. It's been with us many years. It's a great guy. It's a very strong talent. Unfortunately, he didn't show yet his real potential, and I hope that soon he can show what really can do. For the other hand, we are welcoming Toprak. It's for sure for him it will be the first year in MotoGP, but in Superbike he has proven that he's by far the best rider in the grid. So I'm sure that it will be in the same performance in MotoGP. I have no doubt.
We are all hoping the same. Paolo, behind every successful long-term project, there is also stability, trust, and shared values.
And there's a partner, big partner, who has been an integral part of Pramac racing journey in recent years.
And
it's Jordan, the CEO of Prima, and I mean also the name Prima Pramac is always a good name to continue to be Primi. So I think welcome George on the stage.
Hello, George.
Simpatico, simpatico.
And welcome, George. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. And my first question, having you two on stage, is to Paolo Campinotti. And Paolo, how important is to continue?
Create is not only, let's say, a relationship of sponsorship, but it's really George and this team is part integrated of the team to reach this result. Is also thanks to their support, their help that they've given to the partnership with us, and to be the same as the result with the racing. So I think from our side we are very happy, and we hope to continue many years.
George, sure. 2026 is a special season for Pramac Racing, for sure, especially coinciding with the team's 25th anniversary. How does it feel for Prima Assicurazione to stand alongside the team during such an important milestone?
It has been a mix of great emotions for me. Looking at this video that we showed at the beginning, I was telling Gino that it gives me goosebumps, because we have been through many races, but outside the races, we can share a lot of things.
And you had already experience together big achievements. And what does achievements means to Prima Assicurazione?
For us, it's,
Ecco,
as Paolo mentioned, no, we combine
grande me Michael,
races
benvenuto.
big achievement also. We announced the deal. We had 3
Mi
million.
raccomando Michael, qui sotto, mi raccomando, se non ti sei ancora iscritto al mio canale YouTube, poi c'è anche il mio Instagram, mi segui già, però dal mio sito Viola e anche YouTube ci tengo
To George
veramente
again,
tanto
now
che
we
ti
can say that
iscrivi al
new chapter
mio
is being written together with
canale.
Yamaha. How do you see this new challenge from Prima Assicurazioni's point of view?
No, it is a challenge. No, it's clear, but we see how the teams work, the teamwork, the stamina they have, the motivation, the enthusiasm, even in tough times. And it's not a coincidence that won so much in the past, and that this is the business card that shows that we are able to win again in the future. So we are very confident, and we are again very happy to be here and looking forward to see the battle.
Tu rimani.
A strong partnership, a shared vision, and a season full of ambition. This is the foundation on which
Grazie,
the
Michael,
2026
grazie mille.
campaign is built. And one more time, thank you to George, and sharing Prima Assicurazioni's vision and continued commitment. One more time, thank you.
Thank you.
And Zoran.
And now, as we continue this journey, it's time to bring Yamaha into the conversation. So please welcome to the stage the manager director of Yamaha Motor Racing, Paolo Pavesio. It's really because Paolo is taking care about the microphones, about the stage, about everything.
To our new guest, Paolo. From Yamaha's perspective, how important is Pramac Yamaha MotoGP project within your overall factory racing strategy?
Of course, as we said already, quite some time is very important. When I was also watching the video in the beginning of this very special evening, I was, of course, I know already how successful they've been, but it was impressive to see it all together in a short show reel. This is bringing value to the Yamaha project. This is bringing to me positive pressure to help the team to be back soon on where they've been already, as we have the pressure we like to put on ourselves to bring the brand back to where it has to be. But also I heard already about this concept of shared values, and this is for me another very important part of this new relation we have been starting last year. We really feel very close motivation, not only on the target to be there, but also on the way we want to be there, putting human factor in the center of the project, building relations will achieve our target.
And the first year is gone, and now we are entering the second year. And the first year of this partnership led important groundwork for sure, just entering and stepping into the second season. What this initial season allowed Yamaha and Pramac to build together, and what changes are existing as you enter year two?
Yeah, I think last year was very important, and I like maybe to spoil an example with Gino has been introduced in the last part of last season. We put seeds of a very special plant, which is a bamboo. Bamboo is growing very slowly, apparently, because it's first growing in the ground. And this is what we have tried to do last year, to put strong foundation in the ground. And this is the year where, yeah, we will change things. This color line somehow on the riders, but also continuity on this building relation and connecting and learning each other better. Japan building the bikes for next season. So this is really something which, at least, this is something I feel every day. Every discussion maybe, but it's good.
I love this metaphor with bamboo because usually the
Gino
people.
for the bamboo.
Oh, thank you, Gino, for the
Gino
bamboo.
is our guru, is our guru, is the guru of the bamboo.
All right, because deep roots are really strong, but also elastic, adaptable. Because usually people is talking about the something like that, but they are more fragile compared to bamboo. Thank you. And then Paolo, from the team's point of view, how important is the shared approach with Yamaha as you move into the second year of the project?
As I said before, I mean, we have the first year was mainly a year where we have tried to know better each other. Now I think at every level of the team, it's a very strong trust, and I'm sure that, as you say, Paolo, the technical team, at every level, we are working quite well. So I'm sure that the result will come.
We're waiting for it.
And to Paolo, as you mentioned, continuity is often crucial in long-term projects. How important is Jack Miller's presence as part of this second year?
Super important, of course. It was one of the nice things of last year for sure was to get to know at personal level Jack, because he's a fast rider and this is known, but he's also, I think, a special person which also shares this strong team spirit which we feel. So I'm really looking forward to see him on the second year on a completely new bike, but mental to the project. And I also think, I mean, I am in sport 10 years now. I have seen rarely a rider which is also such a very smart. So I'm really looking forward to start again working.
And Paolo, at the very same time, there's an exciting new chapter now for the team with the arrival of Toprak Lazgatoglu. And how does Yamaha view this step, and what should we expect for his first season in MotoGP?
Yeah, I think for Yamaha, Toprak is a kind of comeback. As everybody knows, he was already with us for 4 very special years in Superbike. We won a title together. He's still today most victorious Yamaha rider in Superbike. Already in 22, we were discussing with him and his manager about one day we need to bring his talent in MotoGP. It took a bit longer than expected, but I'm very happy that we could manage. I think he's more ready than ever. The couple of years he got on a different machine in Superbike has helped him to also grow more, and I'm pretty impressed on the way I found him after 2 years we were not working together, and I'm sure he will bring energy, enthusiasm. However, 26 is a year where we all know, he knows very well, we need to grow step by step. He needs to learn the new category, the new way of working, a new team, a completely new machine. And this is what I expect to see, a growing season for him, and looking forward, as I said, to see him and Jack riding and racing together.
Will be an interesting couple of riders.
Good stopping competition, I imagine, as well.
Thank you, Paolo. Thank you, Paolo. Thank you, all the Paolos with us on the stage. And now we would like you to stay on the stage with us, please. And now that we have heard from Yamaha's perspective to 2026 projects, and now it's time to learn about the team side vision for this second year. Please welcome on stage the Director of Yamaha MotoGP.
Ecco,
we are excited. to hear Alvin is approaching for
tecnico questo. Abbiamo un problema tecnico, adesso cercherò di risolvere
fast potential last year in Superbike, but from my point of view, he can do also a big step in a really short time in our MotoGP paddock. So it's exciting. I'm happy to be here. It's a pleasure to have this opportunity in the team. So just wait a bit, but we can show great results for sure.
How will they contribute to the team's progress, you think?
Well, as I said before, Jack is an and big value. And on the other hand, also it's nice to without because we can improve the bike in a really short time.
As a lot of us knows about Toprak, I have to say, you said the perfect teammate because Toprak is a perfect teammate. Jack has always been a perfect teammate. I have personally really great expectation for the team for this year, but finally,
the key of our, let's say, project because we start from zero as a new program. We know we have a lot of experience on our back. We show a great potential to us, all the effort, and for me, it's important. It's really important to have Yamaha also to come back one of the best factory in the world, and I hope also rev Yamaha again in the future.
You know, for that insightful overview, it's clear the team is fully aligned and motivated for the challenge ahead.
Okay, Paolo, and Gina, you will stay here with us because now is the moment to move to the exciting part that everyone is waiting for, the bike unveilings for 2026. Of course, we are a team, we are a big team, and we will start with the Blue Crew Pramac Yamaha Moto 2 team.
And it's time to shift focus to our Moto.
No, adesso ti portiamo davanti, vieni qua,
Welcome,
Alex, in first row.
Welcome. How do you feel about the team structure this year compared to last season?
I'm very excited about this season because we built a very strong base last year, so we are ready.
Alex De Angelis.
Ready to get at the top in this season, and I also did my experience, so I'm getting ready. Also, not only the rider, but all the team is ready to fight.
And the team is with a very talented young rider, Izan Guevara. What are your expectations for the season for him?
Ethan is a former world champion, and he last year showed up that he's ready to win the race also in Moto2, and they get a lot of very nice result. So we expect from him to keep on growing and to become every weekend one of the best riders in this category.
And what about
Alberto Fernandez? He has already 2 years of experience in Moto2, but in junior GP. So he's a really young rider. But to help young rider to get very nice results is one of our target, is our key.
That's great. And so, talking clearly with this lineup and the team improvements, what is your objective for the 2026?
Objective is, of course, we want to be always among the main team, and also we know that we know much better the bike, and also in every circuit, in every situation, we know much better Ethan, especially. So I think we don't really miss anything to be always there in the top.
I think it would be good to ask Paolo Campinotti this question. Paolo, from a team perspective, how important is the 2026 Moto2 project for Yamaha, Pramac Racing?
For us, is a new chapter. We started last year, and we have always struggled to have, opportunity for young riders sooner than MotoGP. So the Moto2 project for us, it's very important because it will allow us to have to start the relationship with the rider sooner, and so we can start to work with them, know better them, and see and make them ready for the MotoGP in a better way than taking from somebody from somewhere else.
And to Paolo Pavesi, how did Yamaha view the Blue Crew?
Yeah, this is a project which has been started almost 10 years ago. First from production racing. We have now more or less 1,000, I call them, in reality they are from 8 to 16, 17 years old, which are racing with us in motocross and production racing, normally on R3. And last year was important because we have arrived to the prototype paddock. Just pushing this team, as Paolo said, here is where we want to nurture our future MotoGP rider. A special moment, Valencia, not only because he's on one, but because on Tuesday he could ride the M1 for a few laps. And this is exactly the essence of what we are trying to build. The dream of, through a journey, through a process, through hard work, have the possibility to finally arrive there, where Pramac is the team which should welcome the most talented young Yamaha riders in the future. I think it's gonna be concentrated this year because in general, I think this is the philosophy of the project, and we're very happy to run this Blue Crew project together with Pramac again. It's an area where we feel a lot of common feeling.
And Gino, what is the team focus to Moto2 for this season?
Well, as everybody knows, last year we were able to finish the season in a really good way. The target starts from there. Of course, we know it's not easy. We know that there are a lot of good riders on Moto2, but we have, as everybody said, Ethan with a lot of experience now. He knows the team. We know him in a better way. So I really hope we can start from the last race. And then with the young rider, he's a talented rider. He will need time for sure. He will need time to learn our path. I'm pretty sure he will be on top pretty soon.
Thank you to all of you for all these insights, but now is the moment that all we were waiting for, the official reveal of the Blue Crew Pramac Yamaha Moto2 bike for 2026.
I would like to invite the
Now,
legend,
I was
the
thinking for the
legend
MotoGP,
of
but it's
the
correct.
MotoGP, Mr. Agostini, that he was the first
D'Agostini.
the first champion with Yamaha, the first champion with Yamaha, exactly after the Second World War. After finishing, he was.
Good evening, but I don't know why other Paolo, he looking for some young rider and he asked me nothing. He don't offer me nothing. I don't know why. Anyway.
You're one of the youngest.
maybe next year.
Gigi
Anyway, I have a
D'Agostini.
very nice,
È grande.
nice time with Yamaha because when I decided to race for Yamaha, and I have a fantastic team, and I have a fantastic bike, and he gives this also with Yamaha. Grazie.
And Giacomo, grazie, and thank you for being with us here once again. Giacomo Agostini, please.
Grande Jack.
Part of the big
Grande
family,
Jack.
but now is the moment for the unveiling, man.
Giacomo
To help
D'Agostini.
us with this special moment, please welcome to the stage the two riders who will be taking on this season, Izan Guevara and Alberto Ferrandez.
Questo per la Moto 2.
And right now, together and with Mr. Agostini, the riders will unveil the bike. You can play. Oh, yeah.
Eccolo. Mamma mia.
The Blue Crew Pramac Yamaha Moto2 bike for
Che bello.
2026 has been unveiled.
Questo per la Moto
And it's time to
2.
hear directly from the riders.
Però
Yeah, Izan Guevara and Alberto Ferrandez, two talented riders.
bella, raga, tutta blu così.
By the same goal.
Figa.
Let's start with
Molto bella,
Izan.
raga.
Izan, this is your second season with Blue Crew Pramac. How do you feel standing here today, and are you ready for 2026?
Yes, Oscar. I'm the last year I achieved good moments. I learned a lot and achieved good results, and that I help us build a strong base for this year. Today doesn't feel like a new start. I like sorry, but I'm nervous. But I'm start with good feelings this year.
Ho scritto anch'io negli commenti qua, È davvero bella questa, molto bella.
You already know the bike, and where come the most confidence heading into the new season? From which part?
Yeah, the last season I start with difficult moments, but now I understand the bike, I understand the team, and I finish the season with good victory in Valencia, and this is so important for everyone. And now the winter, I training hard every day for a race in the best conditions in Thailand. And I want to thanks to Yamaha and Pramac for all the new season.
Thank you, Izan.
Bella, raga.
And And now a warm welcome to a new face in the team. Alberto, this is your first season in Moto2 World Championship. What does this opportunity represent for you at this stage of your career?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really happy to take on this new challenge of Moto2 World Championship. Yeah, it represents a very good opportunity for me and a really good opportunity also for a good opportunity for continue growing as a rider. And yeah, I'm really happy with this new project for me, and yeah, be today here in front of all of you, it's a dream come true for me, for sure.
And what are your personal goals for this season, and what can the team expect from you for this season?
Well, so my goal this season is learn as much as possible, for sure. Work hard every day and try to help as much as I can to move close to the top with my teammate and with all the team. And well, I'm really grateful with this opportunity and also with all the people who have supported me. And yes, I want to do my 100% all days.
And thank you, Izan. An applause. Thank you, Alberto. Two riders with talent, motivation, a clear hunger to grow. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you very much. Before we move to the MotoGP bike unveil, there is one more key partner who must be participant for sure.
And who shares this ambitious MotoGP journey with Pramac and Yamaha.
Please welcome back to the stage the CEO of Presentazione, George Osatical.
Okay, now we ask you just to move a little bit forward now because we are approaching the MotoGP moment, and the first question goes to Paolo Campinotti. We are now entering a very significant phase, 25 years of Pramac racing, because we are now talking about MotoGP, and the second year with Yamaha, and a new MotoGP challenge ahead. Why is this project so important for this team now?
Because as I said before, it's after 25 years, and I think last year was probably our worst year, so we have to be back immediately in the place where we should stay.
And
right. Clear, sharp, straight.
I'm on.
I heard you. I heard you. I will not say, but I heard you, and I appreciate it.
I also heard. So George, Presentazione has chosen to stand alongside this project during a period of major transformation. What convinced you that this was the right challenge to take on together?
Had a lot of conversation with Paolo, with both Paolos, I would say, and so we got a lot of reassurance that there is a big effort put in the project, both from the team. Again, I discussed before about the motivation and the effort they are making, and again from Yamaha themselves. So we saw a lot of potential, and we see a lot of similarity again as with the challenges that we take also as a company. You know, we were in our comfort zone when we were in Italy, then we moved abroad, then we moved to other products. So it's part of the life of the companies and also the teams to continue to evolve and to take a challenge. It's part of the journey, and we felt that we were in the same, let's say, vibe with the team.
And Paolo Pavesi also, of course, we're summarizing all the concepts that we developed through the first part of the presentation. But again, to you, from Yamaha's point of view, how central is the Pramac Yamaha MotoGP project within your overall racing strategy?
Yeah, it's again also what Paolo said. It's a very strategic part of our commitment, and our commitment is clear. We are working to be back. This is a fantastic sport, but it's also a sport where there is no magic. We are growing our bamboo, as I said before. We are putting effort, which I've never seen in my 25 years at Yamaha, in the project, through investment, through new people, through, for me, new open mindset, which is based on mixing culture, Japan, Italy, Europe, everywhere we have the best resources. We're putting into this challenge. We are enjoying it. And I'm sure last year we could already change an inertia because 25 was difficult, but better than 2024. And I'm sure in 26 we have a new bike which we're gonna see very soon, which has a lot more potential than the one we have said bye-bye at the end of the season last year. And this is where we want to start for, keep growing and bring in the brand, and with the brand, the team, and with the team, the riders, where we like to be.
And Gino, from the team's operational perspective, what makes Yamaha different from the first?
Difference, of course, is different because we
It's the
have
second year.
a lot of things. It's second year, honestly speaking, now we have a great relationship compared to the beginning of the last year, and we are happy for that. It's quite easy to work with them. I'm surprised because they bring us into the family in a really short time, and thanks to that, we are able to get a nice result through the season of 2025, and now thanks to this relationship, I think, and collaboration, I think we can grow up very fast with a new bike, with a new chapter. For sure, it will be not easy at the beginning because it's a really different, let's say, kind of bike that we have to, let's say, improve the performance. But thanks to the performance of our team and the way of thinking that we had in our mind and the support of Yamaha, I'm pretty sure we can see our rider on top pretty soon.
Thank you, gentlemen. A clear vision, a shared commitment, and a strong partnership.
And Paolo, Gino, Giacomo, George, ladies and gentlemen, now is the moment we were waiting for.
Please welcome to the stage the riders who will take on the 2026 MotoGP season with Pramac Yamaha.
Jack Miller.
And Toprak Razgatlıoğlu.
Ed eccoli i due piloti che per la MotoGP 2026.
Jack and Toprak, we go directly to the unveiling.
Jack Miller e Toprak Razgatlıoğlu.
Now is the moment.
Siamo pronti dunque per scoprire.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Mazza. Raga, è
Pramac Yamaha course
bellissima.
in the 2026 MotoGPs with riders Jack and Toprak.
Però ragazzi, applauso.
And I will start out
Mamma
with
mia,
the other
ragazzi.
side. And
Caspita, che bella questa.
You're starting a new season, Jack, with the same crew. How important is
Mamma
that?
mia,
continuity in
ragazzi.
MotoGP?
Yeah,
È bellissima,
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. No, I mean, it's awesome to be back with Pramac, with Yamaha. Obviously, a different concept this year with the new bike and everything, but I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, keeping the same crew and everything is going to be crucial throughout the stage. We spent a lot of the first half of last year getting to know each other, understanding everything, understanding the bike, and at least we got that out of the way now, so we can focus solely on trying to develop the new V4.
The new V4, which is interesting, really.
Jack, last year
Agree.
was your first season with Yamaha. What did that year give you as a rider?
A lot of bumps and bruises, but hopefully this year we got a lot out of the way last year. But no, I mean, it was a great first year. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed obviously working back with Pramac again, getting to see Paolo's smiley face every weekend. Makes me happy. But working with Yamaha has been a big pleasure. you know, to be so closely tied with factory, working alongside them to try and improve the bike has been a lot of fun as a rider. Obviously, you have some difficult moments, but you have some also rewarding moments. So I think this year, you know, the rewarding moments will outweigh the difficult ones.
Not only Bruce, a very excellent view, an exciting rider, but you already mentioned the V4, and how do you see this project?
No, I mean it's an unreal undertaking from Yamaha. What they did throughout last year to develop this motorcycle alongside the current M1 at that point in time. You know, with the time constraints that we have with 22 rounds, I mean, they made miracles happen. And I believe, you know, we have a lot of busy days ahead of us throughout the preseason, trying to get this thing ready to fight by the time we get to Thailand.
And Toprak. Hayırlı olsun öncelikle. Today is a very special moment for you and for all Turkish people. What does it mean to join Pramac Yamaha in MotoGP?
Yeah, I have a very special moment now. Finally, the dream is come true. And joining the Pramac MotoGP family, I'm very happy for this, and this is the right decision because the team and everyone is really warm. And every race weekend, I will try to my best. We will see this year, yeah.
And Toprak, you've already had your first test with sorry, we are in Siena, we are in Italy, I have to say it in Italian, YZR M1V4. Okay, so what are your initial impressions?
After Superbike, when I'm riding the MotoGP, it's a completely different bike, but especially the acceleration is incredible, and on the straight bike really fast. But I need the time for the adapt the bike and need to learn, and especially the tires. You know, I need to the feeling the limit. But we will see. We have any time because we're. And I hope we find the way, understand the bike, and need to adapt because this is completely different bike. I need just time.
What is your main objective for this first MotoGP season?
It's not easy year for me because this is the really big challenge for me. And but the 26 maybe the learning year for me. We are fighting for the podium, but I don't know. We will see the 26th year because this year. But again, I say, you know, I was like always. For the best. We will see because we are every race weekend.
We were talking about Toprak, and I will share with you because we're talking about there's a lot of excitement in Turkey for sure about this moment in this season. And I think this is you appreciate this for you guys in Turkey.
Yes, we are all so excited because Toprak is the first Turkish rider in MotoGP history. There are a lot of There are many Turkish people watching us tonight, and I would like to ask him, do you have any message to followers in Turkish? Maybe would you like to share some short message to your followers, to fans?
In this moment, you can talk in Turkish. Why not? Please.
You sure?
Türkçe nasıl bir mesaj vermek istersin buradan bizi izleyenlere? Eminim herkes çok heyecanlı bu akşam için.
Ya özellikle tabii ki de şu an çok önemli ve özel bir andayız. Ay yıldızlı bayrağımızı dünyanın her yerinde gururla en iyi şekilde gerçekten çok mutluyum. Çünkü elimden gelenin en iyisini her zaman yapıyorum. Bizi destekleyen ve takip eden herkese çok çok teşekkür ederim. İnşallah bizim için 2026 ve 27 güzel bir yıl olur. Çünkü MotoGP'ye geldik. İlk Türk olarak MotoGP'de yarışıyoruz ama buraya hayatta gezmeye gelmedim. Elimden gelen iyisini yapmaya geldim. İnşallah elimden geleni yaparım. Thank you.
Teşekkürler. It was a little longer than I was he's telling his best as always for the people who support him especially, and he thanks to all the followers for the messages he got. Did I forget something? I don't know. But thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Two riders, one shared ambition. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Miller
and Toprak Razgatlıoğlu.
And there is an Alberto as well. Please, can you just step in front? And Alex. And thank you for attending this presentation. Thanks for those who attended it from home. Here is team. And another big round of applause. Welcome to the Symphony of Speed. Thank you and enjoy your evening.
Well, the first livery of 2026 then has had its covers ripped off. And, well, being among you will have seen
Muto. Ok. Wow, wow, wow, wow. Ragazzi, cosa abbiamo assistito? Cosa abbiamo assistito? Ecco dunque la prima livrea che vedremo nel corso di questa nuova stagione della MotoGP 2026 con il team Yamaha prima Pramac. Mi ha sconvolto, ragazzi, cioè cosa devo dire? Bellissima davvero la moto della la Moto2 con i blu. Ragazzi, allora, il blu è il mio colore preferito in assoluto, quindi non posso che ammirarla queste belle due moto. Poi la moto per la MotoGP è proprio bella, c'è il blu che si incastra col viola in una maniera proprio perfetta, raga, perché prima è anche il colore è viola, quindi è viola, quindi giustamente l'hanno messo nella moto. Comunque devo dire molto bella, raga. Cioè, se vorrei dare un voto, guarda, quello della Moto2, dai, raga, c'è il blu di mezzo, quindi non posso che dargli un 10, oppure dai, raga, un 10 se lo merita tutto. Per la MotoGP invece forse ti darei un 9, 9,5. Cioè, è più bello lo do questo voto per l'estetica. Cioè, ragazzi, è veramente stupenda con il blu, appunto, che si incastra con il viola. Vabbè, ok, che il viola non è il mio colore preferito, però dai, se lo guardi proprio in maniera proprio estetica, e anche lo stile, devo dire che è molto bella, raga. Cioè, complimenti veramente al team di Gino Bossoi e Giacomo D'Agostini. Veramente una bellissima moto entrambe. E ne vedremo delle belle, ragazzi. Ne vedremo delle belle con Jack Miller e Toprak Razgatlioglu, che tra l'altro è al suo primo anno in MotoGP, quindi ne vedremo delle belle. Cosa ne pensate? Ditemelo qui sotto nei commenti cosa ne pensate di questa nuova moto del team prima Pramac Yamaha. Ragazzi, io vi ho detto la mia, bellissima, stupenda, meravigliosa, pazzesca, ecco. Mentre voi ditemi qua sotto nei commenti cosa ne pensate. Questa dunque era la live reaction della presentazione della nuova moto della Yamaha Yamaha prima Pramac MotoGP 2026. Vi ricordo che alle 22:40 starterò un'altra live, perché dalle 23 dobbiamo assolutamente tifare la nostra nazionale per il Kings League World Cup Nation, che l'Italia affronterà nei quarti di finale contro il Brasile a partire dalle ore 23. Quindi mi raccomando, cerchiamo di supportarla e di sperare di arrivare in semifinale e battere il Brasile a casa loro. Quindi ci vediamo dopo.